Hey folks, how y'all doing? Trent Clark here, live with Mallet Buildings. Look, some people are companies out there. You might want to ask yourself this if you're shopping. Can their building weather the storm? Well, let's see. Let's see here. Well, we'll get into that in a minute. Tiger Cash. Don't forget, if you're in need of a signature, you want to upgrade to a signature or elite building, make sure you put cash into a live feed just like this one and you get $1,000 off your building. Remember, folks, it's not going to be apples to apples because we build a way better building, but bring your bid in and we'll beat it anyway and give you $1,000 for that, okay? Look, here we go. Now that right there, folks, is from an ambassador of ours, Mr. Tim Tackett. Thank you, Mr. Tim. He sent us that. That's real footage of it looked like a tubular building. So if you want to go cheap, you know, cut yourself short, you can do that. You can save yourself some money. But I'm sure that they had to replace their building and a lot of other things with it. So remember, when you're searching for a building out there, compare apples to apples, but when you're dealing with Mallet, we're superior to everybody else out there. And I'll tell you why. When you're looking at our elite package, first of all, you get a 10-year workmanship warranty. I don't know how our competitors can do that, folks. Why? Well, simply they hadn't been in business for more than 2 years, maybe 4 at tops. So I don't know how they can extend a warranty like that. We've been here for 26 years, so we'll back that warranty up. Second, all of our lumber here is #1 kiln-dried treated lumber, okay? From top to bottom. You got to be careful out there, folks. A lot of people is going to say treated on their quote, but they're only talking about maybe the bottom part of their building. When you get in to the trusses, a lot of the times they're not treated, so make sure you use our spec sheet. Okay, we put everything on our spec sheet, and that's how we do it for you, the customer, so you know. We don't just say it, we let you know by our spec sheet. Okay, and all 6x6 posts, 2x8 scissor truss, okay, or vaulted ceiling. Now that's very important. I'm going to take you on a tour in a minute of our truss plant. I want you to realize something. Our competitors cannot build or buy 2x8 truss. They're going to tell you that that's not necessary, but I will tell you, when you got a wind like we just saw, 2x8 truss, as far as the stiffness is concerned, is 175% stiffer than a 2x6, okay, and 74% on a bending strength. Okay, so it's very important. Nobody else builds a 2x8 truss except for us here at Mallet. All right, you got 5/12 roof pitch. Superior to anything out there. When you're talking about red iron, they're going to sell you a 2x12. Okay, so very important, folks. Most of our competitors are going to be 3/12 or 4/12. Here at Mallet, standard across the board is 5/12. Very important. 26 gauge metal on all roof and walls. Most of our competitors, or some of them, may use 29 gauge. So be careful. On an elite package, you get 2 roll-up doors, 1 walk-through door, roof and wall insulation. 6-inch seamless gutter with the gutter brushes. Okay, that's an extra value that we give you free on the elite package. 2 3x5 insulated windows. Okay, lifetime warranty against on all our building or wood is lifetime warranty against termite, rot, rust, and fungal decay. Okay, keyword rust if you're in the market for a red iron. Okay, remember that red iron doesn't go into the ground 3 to 4 foot. It's going to be held together by 4 little anchor bolts, and that can rust. Okay, continuous ridge vent on the Elite Series, 6-inch 4,000 PSI concrete. Why is that important? Well, our competitors just don't do that, folks. First of all, they're not going to do a 4-inch, or they will give you a 4-inch. You can upgrade to a 6-inch, but where we really get them is on the 4,000 PSI concrete. Okay, which is 33% stronger than 3,000, what they're going to use. Now, when you add the microfiber in there, remember we talked about that? Microfiber, the reason why it's superior than the wire mesh. Why? Because we can control the fiber throughout the whole volume of your concrete. Where or like our competitors, if they're using a wire mesh, they gotta hope that it gets in the middle of that concrete. You know, they're pulling it up and it could sink to the bottom. Plus, it's gonna come to you rusty. Just a point I'd like to make. Zac screws on all, so a Zac screw, if you don't know, a lot of our competitors may use nails and they may use what we like to call old school screws, which doesn't have a cup. Zac screw has a cup to protect that washer. Why is that important? Well, if you're not protecting that washer, what's going to happen is the sun's going to hit it and it's going to get brittle and then it's going to start flaking away and you could have leaks within a short period of time. We go a step further and use Zac screws, which is going to cover that to protect that for years and years, okay? Let's see, little picture. So we monitor every step of the process, right? From when your building is being delivered on our truck, we are taking pictures and our videos the whole way there on any building, okay? I know we're talking about the Elite system here, but on any building, we are monitoring you the whole step of the way. So that's what that is, engineered cable retention system. This is superior when you're talking about hurricane season or any type of tropical storm, winds, gusty winds out there, okay? So what our cable retention system does, folks, is every post in that building is interlocked with aircraft cable underneath that slab. So when you get an uplift, it's superior to anything out there. Why? Because it's going to hold, it'd have to take the whole concrete up to get your building. So keep that in mind. Nobody else does that. Let's see. 40-year workmanship warranty against fade, chalk, edge creep, and rust on your metal. Okay. This building, our Elite package is 145 mile-an-hour wind rating. Okay. We put concrete under every post. As they see a post pad, our competitors don't do that. That helps with stability underneath that. Imagine if you're sitting in a lawn chair and you have little feet on your lawn chair and the ground's kind of damp. You kind of sit in that lawn chair and you sink, right? So if you put something underneath where that foot is, it's going to keep you above ground. That's simply kind of what happens when we put that 80-pound dry pack aggregate concrete underneath that post. That's important. Let's see. All metal is screwed. Very important. If we use any nails at all, folks, it's because they might use it for tacking, and we screw everything. Everything here is screwed. All right. Post protectors on the Elite package is very, very important. We have one over there. I didn't bring it. It's skirt board. What a skirt board is, I'm gonna get in trouble because I was supposed to bring props and I didn't, but I got busy. We'll bring that next time. But basically, we protect the bottom board of your building that's getting concrete on it. We want to protect it from the concrete, okay? Because the concrete could do something to that building. It's kind of protects that all the way around your building on that skirt board. And of course, the post protectors are protecting that whole post. All right, so let's get to the next slide here. This is our truss plant, folks. We invite you here to come see how we make our truss. All right. As you can see, we have a saw back here. You didn't see that, but he's cutting that. This is a 2x8 truss. Here's our saw back here. Pre-cuts our stuff. We build it on that truss table. This is a common truss. This is a scissor truss over here. Common truss are available. We will have to charge you a little bit more for that because our standard truss is a vaulted or scissor truss. So this is our truss plant. We invite you to come take a look at it. I think you'd be really impressed. We're proud of it. That's why we like to show it. And you know, anytime you want to come, we take you on a tour. Okay? Built to last, wind load rating up to 145 mile an hour, standard buildings with upgrade options available. We can upgrade your building. Truss is engineered in-house with 2x8 top bottle cord and the inner webbing. So our truss are 100% 2x8 truss. Like I said, nobody else out there in the industry is doing this. They can, if they wanted to do it, they wouldn't be able to buy it anywhere because nobody's making it. Okay, so very, very important. like I said, our competition will try to tell you that it's not necessary. I'd like to tell you why it is necessary, and Daryl will too. You know, it is. It's bigger, it's better, and why not get it, okay? Like I said, here at Mallet, we are continuing to improve our processes for you, the customer. We want to make the best building in the country, and we have done that, and we are continuing to better our process for you, the customer. You're the one who benefits from it, okay? 3-foot truss spacing. Most of our competitors might do a 5-foot truss spacing. On our Elite package, you're going to get the 3-foot truss spacing, 9-foot post spacing. Okay, truss to post fastening is with a 4-inch engineered screw. Okay, 4 of them along that. It's all detailed in our engineering packet that you get, or drawing that you get on your building. So what I'm saying, folks, is what we do here at Mallet really matters, okay? You might not get there that's anywhere else. So do your homework. Come talk to us here. Our building specialists love to talk to you. I'll talk to you. Leah talk to you. Come meet the team, and we'll show you why we build the best buildings in the industry, okay? You get, like I explained a while ago, you get 6-inch, 4,000 PSI concrete. Our competitors just don't do that. Remember, 6-inch is 2.5 times stronger than 4-inch, okay? Our classic building and our signature buildings come with 4-inch, but on the Elite package, you get 6-inch, 2.5 times stronger. Now, the 4,000 PSI is 33% stronger than what our competitors use, which is 3,000, all right? Cable retention system, I went over that with you just a while ago, letting you know that how superior that is. Somebody had mentioned in a comment earlier I was reading about something, you know, blowing or you know, made a funny comment out of it, and we have proof is in the pudding. Okay, these buildings we're standing in has been through 16 hurricanes. All right, it's because one of the major factors is because of this cable retention system. We interlock all the posts underneath that slab, like as I mentioned a while ago. That is superior to anybody else out there in the business. And we have a place in Cameron called Darla K's, and in fact, they're shopping with us again. They want to do something else over there. One of the only buildings standing after the 2020, I think it was Laura and something, I forget the names of the hurricane, but one of the only buildings standing in Cameron, okay, was a post frame construction by us here at Mallet. All right, post pads, you know, under every post. We think that's important, folks. We wouldn't do it, and we wouldn't put that on our building if we didn't. So when a competitor's out there trying to say it's not necessary, believe me, it is. All right. Built to last, again, our premium, our Elite and Signature buildings use ground treated, kiln dry, #1. It has #2 here, but it's #1 lumber. Okay. And so you rest assured you get a peace of mind when you build with us here at Mallet. Okay, because we use the best. We buy the best, we use the best. It costs us more, but we know that it's going to last a lifetime for you, okay? Zach screws, as I mentioned, and then covered skirt board, all right? That's the ones I told you on the bottom. You know, we cover that. I'll bring a prop tomorrow or something, or maybe the next day, and we'll show you. All right, let's go over some of these builders, some of our competition out there. Look at the scorecard here. You got Southern Style. They got 1 check. You know, they got an F. Rob Built, F. Precision, SWLA, they got an F. Ranger Buildings, F. Beck, F. Fortify there in Sulphur, they got an F, folks. Okay. Apache Buildings, F. Branded Buildings, F. RJM Construction, F. Southern Quality, F. All these people are competitors of what we do. Now, I'm not standing up here telling you this to rub something in anybody's face. I'm telling you because it's very important that we are the best. If you look over here, Mallet, we got checks on all categories, 100%. You have peace of mind doing business with us, folks. We build the best building, okay? They're going to tell you that they can build a Mallet building, but they just can't do it. All right? The red flags, very important, okay? Years in business. You can go to the Secretary of State. Doesn't it make sense if you're going to do business with somebody that they should have the proper license? The first license they need is a business license to do business in the state of Louisiana. It'd be a red flag to me if they don't have that. It's irresponsible. And if they're irresponsible about getting a license, they may be a little irresponsible about doing something to the building that they're going to build for you. Just a thought, okay? The proper licensure. Not only should you have a business license to do business in the state of Louisiana, but you should have a contractor's license to build a structure, okay? Now, you can find this at the LSLBC. You can find that. You can also find, which is another red flag, is if they have any violations. Us here at Mallett, we are a licensed contractor, residential, commercial, okay? We have no violations. So it might be a red flag if you look that up and do your due diligence. So they might not tell you. Look them up and find out if they have the proper licensure, business license, and any red flag violations. Okay, reviews on the BBB or Google. Okay, we have over 500 plus reviews on the BBB and Google. Doesn't it make sense to do that? I mean, look, folks, if you're going to buy something from Amazon and look at reviews there on a $10 item, shouldn't you do a review if you're going to spend $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $100,000 on a building? I think you would. If they don't have any, it might be a red flag. Lastly, on red flag number 5, visit the contractor's facility, folks. Look, we invite you here. We got a beautiful facility here. It's old. We're doing some upgrading, but look, what we have is a good team. We invite you here to visit with us. We'll take you on a tour. Like I said, we've been here a long time. We got plenty to show you here. Doesn't it make sense that it might be a red flag if you're going to conduct business in the front seat of somebody's vehicle and you happen to look, and that's their office, and you happen to look in the back and their school tools are scattered all over the place? It might be a red flag, folks. So visit their facility. If they don't have one, you might think twice about it, okay? Now, let's see, this week's specials. Let's see what we got. All right, we got our classic building. Now remember, our classic building has standard 2x8 scissor truss, vaulted ceilings, however you want to call them, but it's standard. No other competitor in the market can build you this, and this is our low-end classic building. Our competitor's best building out there cannot even compare to our classic building, okay? Now we got one on sale. You get a 30 by 30, you got an enclosed gable, a 30 by 25, you got an awning of a 10 by 55, an 8 by 8 gable front porch, 2 36-inch walk-through doors, one French door, which is a double door, I believe you can put glass if you want, one 8 by 18 garage or roll-up door, you know, 2 3 by 5 windows. Our classic building is a 4-year workmanship warranty. You get 2 3 by 3 windows, 5 on 12 roof pitch. Look, folks, our competitors just don't do that. 5 on 12 roof pitch superior, okay, than anything out there. Like I said, you got 2 by 8 vaulted ceiling truss, cable retention system in all of our buildings, folks. That is so important with this hurricane season to have that. And it's sad that nobody else does that in the business except for us, okay? Our engineering firm in Lee years ago designed this to be superior for uplift protection, and it has proven itself. Okay, so you get that on this building. 130 mile an hour wind rating. This is all 26 gauge metal, concrete under every post. All right, you get 4-inch 4,000 PSI. Like I said, our competitors use 3,000. This is 33% stronger. 26 years of experience right here at Mallett, state licensed residential contractor and commercial. We are a Louisiana and Texas licensed engineering firm here at this facility. You have Lee's personal number when you buy a building from us. You can call him anytime in the process, okay? So our cell number 2, you need to call the building specialist for this cell, but it is a classic building, 30 by 30 by 12, 5 on 12 roof pitch, 1 walk-through door, one walk-through door, 1 10 by 10 roll-up door, 4,000 4-inch concrete slab, 4-year workmanship warranty on this building. Everything else that the last building I told you about comes with. Call our building specialist, ask about this. Also, any of our buildings, folks, ask about our electrical package. We have a licensed electrical person here at Mallet, and we're doing a lot of electrical. Ask about that. We can save you money out there, okay? Our next building is a 40 by 50. Same thing as the other building comes with, our classic building, which is superior than our competitor's best building. And our building specialist is waiting for you to call them so you can get this special price. All right, our elite special. This is the best of the best building. This is what I told you about at the beginning of this show. No better building out there, okay? It comes with all the bells and whistles, gutters, control joints, gutter brushes, the whole 9 yards. This building 6-inch concrete, but you have a special, and right now I think it's you get your choice of the size doors that you want. We usually charge you for. We're giving you a choice, okay? You can pick that out, and